We go. Welcome everybody. Hey, this is a family reunion edition of Recon. Welcome everybody. I'm one of the coaches, Denny Grimes. I happen to be in Atlanta. Gary Keller has given his state of the vision, company vision speech. However, I wanted to be here for you to give you your little dose of Recon. Matt, welcome. We
Morning.
are freezing in Atlanta and I understand it's going to get cold in Florida.
40, 47.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I've got something. I've got a good objection for you, and I don't know if I will be able to share my slides, but I will give it to you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The objection, Matt, today I'd like to work on would be a buyer. You're showing a buyer through the home. They like the home. They want to make an offer on the home, but this is what the buyer says to you. Hey, we want to offer a lot less because we don't like any of the colors of this house. I mean, I don't know what these people did. They fell into a paint factory. So we want to offer a lot less.
I
So I
love
don't
that.
know if Don's on or anyone can put that in the
I
chat.
posted I posted it in the chat.
Okay, Ruby. So do we have any participants yet, Matt?
Nobody. Oh, Lee said she will go first.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Lee. Where you at?
Can y'all
Lee,
hear me?
I can hear you
Yep,
now.
Okay. I didn't know if my microphone
let's
was on
go.
or
Yep, you're good to
Matt,
go.
roll.
So
Would you role play with her, Matt?
yeah, I got her. So you
Okay.
know the objection. Lee, we really like the home overall, but we want to offer a lot less because we don't like any of the colors.
okay. Well, Matt, have you thought of the option that y'all can repaint it?
Well, yeah, but that's why we want to offer a lot less because we have to.
Right, but changing a paint color has nothing to do with the value of a house. It's very inexpensive to
So,
repaint.
Lee, hang on a second. I'm going to pause the time. Uh, where where is the curiosity? Right? They made a statement that insinuated a number. We want to offer what? A lot less because of the paint. You're focused on the paint
Mhm.
and not the number. So why don't you ask a question about that? What?
Okay.
How
So,
about Matt?
okay, so
I'll do Lee. Hang on. I'll do the question for you. Then Matt, you say you want to offer less. It's listed for 400. What? How much less are you considering offering?
Mm, I think that we probably want to be in the ballpark of, maybe 375. Just it'll give us some runway to work with.
okay. Here you saying 375. The house is listed at 400,000 and paint color just has nothing to do with the CMA and the valuation of a house.
Statement.
Right, but
Where's the question?
right,
So,
but I would
all
need
right,
to educate
hang on.
my client that paint color doesn't
No,
mean
Well,
you,
actually,
you
I got to jump in and give you some tough love, Lee. That's a good way to lose a client because you're negotiating against them. They hired you to be an advocate, not for you to educate them on the price of paint. It's an act of self-discovery. So you ask probing questions like, and we'll go on to the next role play because I know Robert is up, but you're going to ask questions about, okay, well, what would you like to offer? 375? Okay, great. And curiosity, ever painted a home before? No. Well, what do you think it might cost?
but
That's how you get to the price of the paint. We don't start talking about the value of the CMA and the market value of the property because guess who it sounds like you're working for when you do that? The seller. And
yes,
you're working for the buyer.
the best way to
okay.
educate them, the best way to educate them is for them to help them self-discover. All right, so Robert, get ready. Another question would have been, and Matt, this is what I would have asked. Okay, so you're offering 375. how much of that 375 or the $25,000 difference has to do with the paint? Because
Right.
we don't know that they're taking $25,000 off because of the paint.
Hmm.
Remember,
Okay.
you guys are an Uber driver. Make sure you know where you're driving before you put it in drive. Robert,
Right.
you're up.
And well, in
I'm not
the last thing I want to say, Lee, to that, when
uh-huh.
I said 375 on a 400 in this market, that's not unreasonable. So
Well,
I'd have just
it depends on what
what
neighborhood one is
I,
in, you know.
I understand, but again, you're an advocate of your client, so the seek
Right.
to understand and then be understood.
Well,
Okay,
Robert,
Robert.
I'm a
Lee,
Rob,
Lee, Lee,
fiduciary.
Lee.
Lee, we'll talk
Move
about
I'm
it
a
later.
I'm a fiduciary.
We'll talk about it later.
There we go.
All right,
Robert.
Robert, you ready?
Certainly. All right. Am I working with you still, Matt?
Yeah. We'll just role play me just in case we lose Denny.
Okay, no problem. So Matt, you say you want to offer less. The home is valued at priced at $400,000. How much less are you thinking you want to offer?
Oh man, it's a big house. I don't know. What do you think it's going to cost to paint this thing?
Well, I'm not sure. Have you ever painted a house before?
I mean, we've done it ourselves, yeah. And I mean, the cost of the paint was, couple. It was like $1,000, I think, for the paint.
Okay. Okay. So just to be sure, is there anything else besides the paint color that is concerning you about this home?
No, I love everything else about it. It's just a lot of the paint color and there's a lot of dents and dings and things like that. So we just want to make sure we get that right.
Okay. All right. Well, figuring if you've painted a house before and the paint cost you $1,000, are you thinking that you don't want to do it yourself this time?
Oh, it was a whole. I need to paint a home like I need a hole in the head. So we'll probably hire this one out.
Okay. And I assume you've never painted a home having somebody else paint it for you before?
No, never paid anybody else.
Time. All right. So really quick, do we have somebody to shoot ready to go? Matt?
Yeah, we've got
Before I-
MG I don't know who MG is. I think it might be Maria.
All right, great. So one of the things that's going down my mind, Robert, on this is that okay, the conversation is still revolving around the paint.
Right.
I don't think that's the issue. And I'm making it paint up. I mean, don't you have a buyer that they don't like a particular thing the seller does, or they want to make certain improvements, so that's how they evaluate a home? The
Mhm.
value of the home is the value of the home, regardless of the colors. It may not be that worth it to them. My question would be two questions I have. Number one, let's just assume the paint was satisfactory. What would you be offering for this house? What would you be
Mhm.
willing to pay for this house to own it? Because I don't know if it's going to be $1,000. Really? So the second question is going to be, are you willing to lose this house for the $1,000?
Mhm.
So it really isn't about a conversation about the paint, is that, here's number three. If you were a seller and a buyer came to you and said, well, I don't like your paint colors, therefore I'm going to discount you $25,000. How would you respond to that if you were the
Mhm.
seller? That's putting the shoe on the other head. Matt?
Yep. That's Lee, we can talk about this more on Mastery on Friday, but that's kind of what we were saying. Put the shoe on the other foot and help them sell. Like if this was your home, what would you do? Robert, good job trying to go down the trail of the paint. But what I was trying to get you to do is realize it's not really about that. It's like outside of the paint, anything else you don't like about this property? What would you like to offer? We get caught up on the objection. We chase the wrong objection. We're chasing the wrong rabbit. Focus on the home, not the paint.
Right.
Yep.
And
Good
then
job, though.
help construct the offer from there. All right, MG, I think it's Maria. I could be wrong. You're going. Let's go.
So, going with Matt.
Yep. Yeah, hey, Maria, we love the house. Big house. Huge house. We just want to offer less because we don't really like the color of the paint and there's some cosmetic work we need to do.
Okay. And outside of that, do you like the home?
Yeah, like love the home.
Perfect. And how much less are we looking to offer?
Um, I don't know. It's a lot of paint. I mean, what do you think we should offer?
Oh, good question.
Well, it doesn't matter what I think, Matt, because you're going to be making payments for this home.
Okay.
Um, what would be, how much would you, if the paint wasn't an issue, how much would you pay for this home?
I don't think it's a bad value. I just I don't know how to account for, I mean, hey, I got a friend that's renting rental property right now in Bradenton, and he's $290,000 into a $300,000 house. So I don't want to be there. So what do you think we should offer on this so that we don't end up in that scenario?
Hmm. Well, I can't guarantee, Matt, that we're not going to end up in this scenario because well, I don't know what the future will hold. But what would you like to offer in this home so that if we lose it, you're not upset?
Oh, well, when you say it that way, let's do 350.
350. Okay, sounds good. And have you painted, do you know the cost associated with painting your house?
Time,
No.
Maria. All right, really fast. Sounds good. He's offering 350 on a $400,000 house that he said, did you hear him say, I don't think it's a bad value. Your
Mhm.
tie down or your acknowledgement was, sounds good. A better acknowledgement or would have been 350. I mean, sometimes you guys are going to have to push back, and you might have just said that without thinking. I
Mhm.
want to give everyone the right answer when you have a buyer that asks you your opinion. Write this down. This works 100% of the time. And Maria, you were on this trail. Here's my advice to you, Matt. Offer, we may not get a second chance. So I would recommend you make your best offer up front. That if you lose it, that you can put your head on the pillow tonight and not lose a wink of sleep. That would always be the best, a true answer, Matt.
Yep. Yeah, Maria, you were, I don't know why you were skating around it. You know how I handle that objection. It's Maria, outside of the paint, anything else that detracts from this home that you wouldn't want? Okay, great, you love it. Awesome, glad to hear that. Well, then I've got one really hard question. It's not hard for me, it's hard for you. What's the number that you'd be willing to offer? And if you lost it, you wouldn't be disappointed at yourself or me tomorrow. You could have just went right there. And then if I said 350, then you could have done the 350. Okay, so if it sold tomorrow for 355, you wouldn't be upset. And then you work them into that. Make sense? You got
Yes,
it.
thank
Yeah.
you. Just
All
waiting.
right. Yep. All right.
If a really fast, Matt, if a buyer or even a seller is being somewhat ridiculous, the sweet and low smokers, don't give them a positive, rational acknowledgement. Like maybe just
Okay,
do the
great.
cockers. Yeah, great. Or
Great. Awesome.
marvelous. Next.
Yep. But also since on that point though, really quickly, if they want to shoot themselves in the foot after you do the self-discovery, that's okay. Let them do that too. Because Denny, remember the email I sent you from that one agent the other day?
Yep.
I let the client shoot themselves in the foot, offering 100,000 less, and I let the listing agent beat them up, and then you win with the client in the long run. All right. Uh, Aliena, did I say that right? Probably butchered
Ale-
it.
Helena.
Elena. All right, great. Um, you're going with me. Do you know the objection?
Yeah.
All right. So hey, love the house, want to offer a lot less because we don't like any of the colors and there's a lot of cosmetic work I want to do.
Okay. Yeah, I understand your point. So, what cosmetic jobs do you think that you need to do on the house?
Well, I mean, in the laundry room, it looks like somebody threw a cannonball through the window or through the wall. And just a lot of paint. There's just a lot of, I mean, it's a big house. Got 4,000 square feet to paint here. Ceilings, popcorn, that those will
Mm,
need to be done. So I just don't know what it's going to cost.
Gotcha. All right. What else besides the paint and the cosmetic? What else you don't like? You don't like about the house?
No, that's just it, Elena.
That's
I
it.
love the house. I I would probably be pretty upset if we didn't get something like this.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I have a good news for you. I'm glad that you like the house. Second one, paint is just cosmetic, so we're gonna be good. So I just want to ask you a quick question. How much would you like to offer for this house then?
How much do you think that I could offer? How little do you think I could offer and them not just throw it away in the trash?
I mean, I you are the one who's gonna be making the payments for this house, but I'm just gonna tell you, just think on the number that you are willing to pay, that don't gonna make you be upset if if the seller doesn't accept the offer. What do you think
Okay.
that number will be?
Time. So good job not falling for it. He threw a big old a worm on a hook for you to grab a hold of. Even if you didn't take it, great job. You guys don't give your advice. Don't put your fingerprints on that number because they're going to blame you, just like when we have a conversation with a seller. Now, here's what I want to ask everybody, and you can put it in the chat. He said something that was very important in that whole, Matt gave away a great clue. We're going to be pretty upset if we don't get it. That's what I'd be. That I don't think it was accidental. I think he did that to let you know that he really wants the home. So then the conversation is okay. So, but Matt, you said you'd be upset if you didn't get this home, right?
That's right.
Mhm.
Well, okay. So it's listed at $400,000. What I can say that if it's still available, watch this. Is it possible a home sells from the time you made the appointment to the time you showed it? And
Yep.
if you use that, if it's still available, because it could already be under contract now, what have you just done? You put a little bit of like, ooh, little fear of loss in them. If
Mhm.
it's still available, the seller most likely would accept 400, but there's no guarantee on that.
Mm-hmm.
How badly do you want the house, Matt?
Yep. And guys, I've used this before. It's when I drop that hint because and you wouldn't know how I handle it, but I'd say, okay, well, Elena, I know you love the home, or what I'm hearing you say is you love the home. You'd be disappointed if you missed out on it. What would you do if you found out you had to pay list price to get it, despite the paint? That's and that's after you told me, well, what do you think we should offer to so we don't lose it? I'd say, well, if you love the home and you'd be disappointed if you lost it, what would you do if you had to pay list price to get it? And then see what they say. Make sense? That way that way you're like that, you're not going back and forth with this Mickey Mouse of, well, what do you think we should offer? What do you think we should offer? It's no. If you had to pay list price to get this home, would you? There's no
Okay.
My last comment on this, you guys should always keep in the back of your mind, unless you're looking at new construction. What's the probability if they're that specific on their interior requirements or colors or who knows what, and they're looking at resale homes, that what's the possibility that every home they look at is going to have some cosmetic defect, or there's going to be some color that they don't like. So they're probably never going to outrun this concern. So
right.
you might as well deal with it right now. Matt, go ahead.
Yep,
Next.
exactly. All right. Well, that's weird. We don't have any more. Fan, where are you at? We got Fan, Derek. I can see him on camera, but nobody else is wanting to go.
Why?
I don't know. I guess Fan, are you at family reunion?
I'll go again.
All right. So we got, all right. So here's what we'll do. Chance went in chat. So Chance, let's go. And then Maria, you're on deck. And then Lee Fortney said she'll go again. So Chance, let's go, bud.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, let's go. Hey, listen, love the house. Want to make an offer, but we got to offer a lot less. This house, the colors in this place are atrocious.
All right. Well, I mean, I definitely can appreciate that, as far as you having attention to detail, but what do you think you're wanting to offer for it?
What do you think that we could offer and them not throw our offer away?
That's kind of hard to tell, but I definitely know that you should definitely make your best offer today, just simply because, how would you feel if you miss out and it sold for 5,000 less, or more? Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. I think we should probably offer 375.
Wow, 375. Have you painted a house before, or are you familiar with that?
I mean, I've painted before, yeah, but I'm not going to paint this time. I don't feel like getting on a ladder to paint these tall ceilings.
I see. Well, I definitely know that being in construction before, it can definitely get expensive. Not
Hey,
knowing.
Chance,
Yeah.
ask him how he came up with that number.
Okay. Tell me, Matt, how did you come up with that number?
Well, when we painted a house before, we paid about $1,000 in paint just for the materials, and I don't know what somebody's going to charge me to cost it or charge me to paint it, but I'm guessing it could be at least $10,000. And so I just want to see, throw out 375 and see if they come back with a counter.
Right. So let's say we do throw out the 375 and somebody else comes in at 380. I mean, and you lose it. How's that going to work for you?
Well, that would not be good. I would be upset if we lost this house. So what do you?
So I know we have somebody in the chute with really quick feedback. Great questions. Again, if someone wants to offer something, and again, I don't even like, this is a word I'm trying to get out of my vocabulary. Here's the question that I would be asking, Matt. Matt, do you want to own this house?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how does this house work for you?
It's a 9.
It's a 9. Does a 10 exist?
No.
Okay. So do you want me to help you own this? Okay, so then we're going to have to, so you want my advice. I'm going to go back and say the same thing. It's listed at 400. Most likely the seller, if it's still available, would accept 400. What did you want? And I hear is where the offer comes in. I don't have the synonym. What do you want me to put on the paper? What are you willing to pay to own this home?
I'd be willing, if I had to pay full price, I probably would.
Okay, now that would be a great place for right there, Maria. I think you're next. Why don't you take it from that point? Got it?
You cut out at the end. What did you say?
Is that if I had to pay full price, I probably would.
Okay, great. And tell me about that scenario, Matt. If you had to.
Well, I mean, listen, I love the house. Ultimately, paint at the end of the day is not going to ruin my life because I'm probably going to paint this thing a few times because my wife, she likes changing the paint colors more than she showers. But frankly, I don't want to lose this house over paint. So I'd like to try to get a good deal, but if I had to pay full price, I would. So what do you think we should do?
So at the end of the day, what's more important to you? Making sure you try and get a deal on this house or securing the home? If you could only have one, what would you choose?
Secure the house.
So are we determined to set the paying issue aside and just make an offer on the home based on you not wanting to lose it?
I'm gonna jump in on my own role play here. So when I said win the home, get the house, all right. So what's the number you want to put on this piece of paper to ensure you do that?
So what's the number you want to put on this piece of paper to ensure you win the house, Matt?
Since we've had this conversation, I wouldn't offer less than $395. Do you think that that's would be okay to offer that to start?
So it doesn't matter what I think, Matt, remember. But if we put in an offer at $395 and somebody else gets the house, how would you feel?
Well, let's find out if they have any offers on the table. And if they don't, we can do $395. The worst thing the seller could do is come back at full price.
Time. All right. Now, Matt is being very cagey in his words. Let me ask you something. Is that the worst thing that can happen? Listen, Murphy's Law is alive and well in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And just because, okay, now this, he's saying, I want there's so many agents that want to be hero in Tarzan, try to save them some money on the house and they end up losing it. And then the buyers hate you for life because they're going to drive by that house that somebody else owns. So there is no guarantee full price will do it, is there?
No.
So the bottom line is don't say that full price will work. And Murphy's Law says when you come in at full price and they haven't had an offer since Disney World opened, somebody else wants to. Yeah, they just got one.
Yep. So, and Maria, I know you were trying hard not to put your fingerprints on the price. So, and I was trying hard to get you to do it. So you didn't do that. However, go back to what I talked about before. Okay, so you want to offer $395. Got it. So let's fast forward. It's tomorrow. They got an offer for $396 paying cash closing in 2 weeks, and that buyer wins it. How upset are you? You don't have to answer. But I would take them down that path. All right, so we may only get one chance at this. What final answer? What do you want to put on this piece of paper? And you wouldn't be upset tomorrow if somebody else got it. Okay. All right. Let's jump in one more. Since we do have a new one, Ever Ortega, where you at, brother? And everybody else that wanted to go a second time, I'm getting him in because he didn't go at all. Where are you at?
I'm right here.
All right, let's go. Hey, Ever, great house, huge house, love the house.
Yeah.
Want to offer less. Don't like the paint.
You offer less. Charles, I see. It's only cosmetic on this property. How much do you say you love this property?
I love it enough to the point where if I lost it, you probably wouldn't be my realtor anymore.
I see. Then we only have one shot, Matt. We only have one shot. So what will be your best shot? So you won't wake up tomorrow if you lose it. If you lose it, you won't feel bad.
Well, I'd like to get a deal if it's possible. So what do you think we should offer?
As I say, it really doesn't matter what I think. It just matters what.
Hang on. There's another opportunity. You want a deal. What is a deal, Matt?
A deal. Well, yeah, a deal. You think we could get him to paint the house?
We may. We can request anything. We can request for them to paint it.
Wait, no. Are you willing to lose the house because you've asked them to paint the house, Matt?
No, because ultimately, I don't know who they're going to use. He might suck. He might pick the wrong paint color even when I tell him the right paint to use. So no, I wouldn't want to.
So now Matt says, well, how about if we can ask for a credit? You handle that one. What if we can ask for a credit for paint? How are you going to handle that?
Ever? Yeah. What about a credit?
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely
No.
Okay. So what
are you willing to lose the house over?
Are you willing? Yeah. Are you willing to lose the house on the credit for painting? For them to paint?
No. I want the house.
All right. So
Ever, let me give you a hint. I've asked the question, I think 2 or 3 times on here today. Matthew, if you had to pay every bit of full price to get this, paint aside, would you?
Would you?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Here's where the landmine is. Now, is he guaranteed to get the house at a full price offer? No, he's not. Why? I have seen it happen. That something happens, another offer comes in, the sellers decide they don't want to sell. There's all kinds of things that can happen. And we go back to the beginning of the role play. I wanted to see if you guys picked up on this. You said he asked about how to get it, and you said, well, we have one chance. It's a fine point. I would have said we may only have one chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what's going to happen, but but when you say we only have one chance and there's some back and forth, you've kind of painted an untrue picture.
Yep.
We may only have one shot at this. So what do you
Right.
want to do? Matt, close us out.
Yeah, and ultimately, guys, I think, Denny and I sometimes share brain cells. We swap them, but he's busy in Atlanta today, so I don't know if I picked up, I don't know if I got the brain cell today. But ultimately, the objection of the paint isn't the problem. It's forget about it. We're talking about, would you be disappointed if you lost this house? And then what is it worth to you despite that issue? So when we get caught on the trip line or the landmine of what we perceive to be the objection, the paint, and that's not it. Help figure out what makes it a win. If they'd be disappointed if they lost this home, and then find out how they want to structure an offer, understanding their concerns.
Buyers will have an objection over 99.8% of the homes you show them. The bedroom's too small. I don't want a living room. I wanted a 3-car garage. The bottom line is, when have they ever saw a perfect house, and do they want to own this house?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question. Do you want to own this home? Do you want to make an offer on it, or do you want to own it?
Yeah, that's right. That's the big difference. That's why I don't like the word offer. If you want to, I'll help you own it.
Right.
If you want to, you make offers for years and never own anything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
do you want great distinction? You guys, we're going to close with that. Do you want to make an offer, or do you want to own this home? Add that to your repertoire.
There you go. And I'm sorry, you guys, I don't have the availability today for the extra 15 minutes, but I will tomorrow. I'll be back home. Lord willing.
All right, guys.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.